If we talk about the series, Rhaenyra narrowly wins. The truth is that Daenerys collapsed with Season 8, as everyone knows. However, from Seasons 6 and 7 she was already showing signs of being a terrible player. She called Tyrion, Hand of the Queen, without him having done anything significant to deserve it. She followed his useless advice, which led to her losing 3 kingdoms in just 3 chapters. She also lost 2 dragons because she underestimated her enemies. Daenerys in Season 7 had everything to win without any problem. 3 dragons, a largest army, and her enemies had no weapons to fight her, and she wasted the chance to win. Her mandate as queen was limited to threatening everyone with her dragons, expecting them to love her without having earned that feeling, and finally burning down a city just because she went crazy. At the end, Daenerys seemed more focused on sleeping with her nephew than on ruling a kingdom. Any problem that arose she resolved with dragonfire. Hello everyone, if you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe and click the notifications bell, so you don't miss any new updates on your favorite TV series. Rhaenyra was not a good queen, according to all versions of the book. However, we can say that at least she tried. She did not go crazy or burn the town with her dragon Syrax, although she could have done it. Rhaenyra's situation was worse because her enemies did have dragons. When she conquered the capital, the treasure had already been looted. Half of the kingdom was in continuous war, 4 of her children were dead, and she could not claim total victory because her enemies still lived. The most important point would certainly be the fact that Rhaenyra sat on the Iron Throne. Daenerys didn't make it. She almost made it but failed. Daenerys has absolutely no experience with Westerosi politics or culture, which precludes her from being an intelligent political player. I'm not sure I'd call Rhaenyra that either, but at least she grew up in the country that she was trying to rule over, understood the workings of the court, and initially prioritized diplomacy. Rhaenyra's downfall was really her sense of entitlement. She grew up correctly assuming that her father would back her on every decision she made, or at least overlook the shitty ones. It's clear through her actions and lack of accountability that Rhaenyra considered herself the exception to the rule, to the point of intending to put her illegitimate son on the throne after her. Everyone else has to toe the line, but she doesn't. Rhaenyra would have made enemies anyway, just by dint of being a female heir. But the dubious parentage of her 3 eldest sons, and Rhaenyra's continued insistence that they actually were legitimate, made it so much easier for the Greens to gain traction. She really started going downhill later in the war, becoming increasingly paranoid, letting others like Rhaenys do her fighting for her, and demonstrating that she really had no business being queen at all. She was the architect of her faction and caused falling apart. All that said, Rhaenyra never set herself up as a conqueror. For a while it looks like she was genuinely trying to behave as the legitimate queen, courting alliances, sending envoys, and garnering support amongst other noble houses. Daenerys, despite her good intentions, is a destructive force almost from day one. Dany is often suggested as a parallel to Rhaenyra, which I think will be borne out with fake Aegon. However, as a prospective ruler, Dany is much more concerning and far more ill-prepared than Rhaenyra ever was. Rhaenyra fought more and lost more, or will in the show. So she is by far the better player, as she did, in the end, stay on the Iron Throne. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and drop comments. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything.